Hello team, so on the agenda today we're going to talk about our takeaways that we took from the 3 chapters. So our first chapter was tools of effective collaboration, our second chapter was challenges of collaboration, and the third thing we're going to talk about is team-led grading criteria at a glance. So the first chapter is tools of effective collaboration, and that is just talking about it's an integral part of today's schools. So it means more than working together. We need to make sure that it's formally and informally is a common thread and more current initiative for school reform. Is not a synonym for other terms such as teaming, consolation, inclusion, or co-teaching. We need to make sure that we're working effectively and collaboratively with each other. It cannot exist in isolation, working towards a common goal. So at the very beginning of what would be like an IEP meeting or whatever that is, we have that common goal, what we're working towards. Shared decision making, making sure that our team knows exactly what we're working towards. Direct interaction, two-way street. So it's not just verbally, it's also nonverbal. The most communication is gained through, like I said, nonverbal interactions, voluntary nature, and shared responsibility of participation. So some of the things that we'll probably run into when we're collaborating with peers is a school structure. So it fosters professional isolation, power in the relationship. So what you don't want to say is, I'm better than you because I'm the teacher and you're the aide. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're working together. Teachers who have more experience than you do, and then components of collaboration are personal commitment, which is wanting to learn from others. You really want to learn from others. As teachers, we're always learning. Communication skills, so building blocks of collaborative interactions. Interaction processes, so most common interaction processes is actually problem solving. Programs or services, so team constellations and co-teaching are interactive processes used to design and deliver student services. And then the team-led grading criteria at a glance. We just want to make sure, like, if we communicated with confidence, with professionalism, you didn't say like too many times, you step up to the plate, joke around with peers appropriately. Yeah, I love to joke around, but making it appropriate. Not using too much sarcasm, but a little bit. Encourage everyone's support, making sure everyone on the team is on task. They're engaging in conversation. Having eye contact and clear speech is really important. Yeah, you want to make sure when you're talking to that person, you're really looking at them so they know that you are talking to them, and it's just personal. As an effective team leader, you must help team members. So if anyone's having trouble, you're there to help them learn. Knowledge about the steps and procedures about leading your team, making sure you're organized, well prepared, have ground rules at the beginning of meetings, have assigned jobs for your team members, made a follow-up meeting date and time. So after that meeting, you're like, okay, now we're going to meet at this date and that time. Did you initiate brainstorming techniques? Did you allow teachers to have like their own personal comments? Did you have group consensus? Did everyone agree? Collaborated effectively with every team member, used I statements and paraphrase. So as an I statements, you meant about feelings or beliefs. So an example of that would be like, I feel as though it would be more beneficial if we looked at positive versus negative consequences. So you get the team back on track. You address ideas, assassins during brainstorming interactions appropriately. You contributed to a common goal of the team, interacted with the team, did more than agree with others. Yeah, you kind of bounced back and forth, offered fresh ideas and clarifications. And then just like for the ground rules, which we'll talk about in the next video for the IEP, we'll have an agenda, a time limit, a summary, all on a time constraint. Yes, like I said, a time limit. How to make the most of the time you have. So you may only have an hour. So you're like, all right, we have to talk about this, this, and this, and this in this hour. First takeaways, understand how to set up your meeting from the beginning. How we're going to discuss what we're going to discuss. The team goal is super important. If everyone sees this, everyone will be on the same page. Give teachers their own role and job, like we discussed. And then before you end, you must write down the summary of the action items, what you do need to have done before the next meeting, who are the team members, and what's the date. So everyone have a great day, and I'll see you at the next meeting. Bye.